Click the button. You hope it works. You never know until you're live. We are live. Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Bear here. 29-year veteran of the woods. That's where bears live, people. Yes, indeed. Great to have everybody here. Amy Lester's here. Thank goodness Melissa Lester is here as well. Grant, we can see your chats. By the way, anybody, I hope no shenanigans have been going on for poor Grant out here. He was missing his chats on the other show the other night. So hopefully we got things worked out here. Instead of taking personal responsibility for any of that, Beer's just gonna blame it on a multi-trillion-dollar corporation out there. That's indeed. All right, people. Well, you know what? From the frank discussion that we had last time, it seems like more people are interested in Bear talking about food than actual comics out there. So we are changing the format completely here, people. We are now a food channel, much like Comicsgate, a collection of foodies who sometimes talk about comics out there. Yes, indeed. So there we go. Let's see. Amy asks, mustard-only hot dogs. They do exist. They do. Not only that, Amy, but Beer's gonna blow your mind here. 1 second. Let me find out where we are. What the heck's going on here, people? For crying out loud, one of these days, a professional show. Not today, though. Unfortunately not today. Where am I? Where is our news? Because we actually have some important stuff from Food and Wine out here. Yes, indeed. That would be French's Mustard Corporation. Created hot dog buns with the mustard baked right in. From Mike, how do you pronounce this? Pomerantz out here. For a couple of years now, French's has made a tradition out of coming up with odd new products in honor of National Mustard Day. In 2019, it was mustard ice cream. In 2020, it was French's mustard beer. So what's French got up their sleeves for 2021? Well, if you were hoping to be shocked by something even more bizarre, you've got to temper your expectations. Instead, the yellow mustard brand opted for something innovative over outlandish. That would be mustard buns. That would be with the mustard baked right on in there. That's neat. And you can actually add your own mustard out here. Yes, indeed. This time partnering with a baking company out there. French says the limited time all for crying out loud. Much like Antonio Bryce being disappointed that he wasn't able to get on the last of the McRibs out there. Bear is disappointed. A limited time only. Will be officially debuting on August 7th. That would be National Mustard Day, but only be available at certain select well-known landmarks around the U.S. Unless the Woods. I think the Woods is a landmark location, at least for Bear. The results are billed as a golden in color, soft in texture, with a distinct yet subtle tang that doesn't overpower. And of course, an additional drizzle of French's yellow mustard is recommended to give the whole thing an added pop. What they don't add is either mayo or ketchup or any of the other stuff. Just straight mustard out there. When the French's opportunity came across our desk, we jumped at the chance to collaborate. Together, we have over 200 years of quality, creative, and experience, the bakers said out there, mixing the bold flavor of their classic yellow mustard and our innovative baking process. We developed a truly unique bread formula for National Mustard Day out there. We are thrilled to have thousands, just thousands, yay! It should be millions, people, across the country taste the awesome buns that we've created out there. So there you go. There is your mustard bun out there. Yes, indeed. There you go. You can get them in a number of different places. Unfortunately not in the woods. That's very, very disappointing. At least for Bear out here. So there you go. There you are, people. We're ditching all this comic stuff and just doing straight food stuff out there. Just straight food stuff. Yes, indeed. Great to see Amy. Great to see Melissa out here. Grant is starting to develop a complex out here. I hope not out there. Mustard bread? Yes, indeed. Hot dog is a sandwich. Well, that's debatable. That is quite debatable out there. But what about the wetness it brings to a hot dog? I don't know about that. I'm not really sure about that one, Grant. I can see your chats, by the way. Can see the chats out there. P-Money is hitting the chat spicier than Dijon mustard out there. Yes, he is. Great to see P. He is hopefully winning at the game of life out here. Uh-oh, he's got a bit of a cold. I'm trying to give it to all of you through the chat. Well, good luck. Bear has already had his cold. He's already had his cold for the year. That's why he had to take 2 weeks off here. So there you go. I've already got it. Bear is I don't want to tip off any of the crazy YouTube algorithm out there. So Bear will leave it as it is out there. Yes, he will. All right. Should Bear do this next story? Should he or should not he? I'm going to say he should, just in case. That would be a Japanese company rolls out a whale vending machine in Tokyo. Where else would they release a whale vending machine? But in Tokyo. In the Tokyo region, it is. Yes, indeed. From, let's see, just the news and just the news staff out here. A Japanese firm is debuting a whale meat vending machine in the capital region of Tokyo. A bold move! A contentious debate even in Japan, where eating whale is more common than elsewhere. The Curie store will sell whale bacon. Whale steaks. That's got to be pretty big. And other whale meat products in 3 separate unmanned kiosks out there. The Automat was launched by Kyoto Seppuku. Senapeku. Seppuku is a totally different thing out there, people. The company is reportedly determined to launch as many as 100 machines over the next several years. Whale consumption is sharply criticized by conservationists. What are you conserving out there, people? And animal rights activists who argue the practice targets and depletes the world's whales population. Well, that would be true. That would be one way to do it out there. Selling your whale meat in vending machines out there. Yes, indeed. What am I naming my whale? I don't know. Bear just eats salmon. I'm probably one of those things where if Bear tries to eat a whale, it's one of these things where, like, you eat too much ice cream or something like that, and you have more trouble than it's worth out there. More trouble than it's worth. Grant says, I was going to say moisture, but lately in the past few years, people dislike that word. Well, it is pretty moisture heavy out here for Bear because it's been raining all day. We've got like 5 inches of rain out here, people. It's been crazy. Crazy. I need a whale who has a quarter. That's good. That's good. I like that. Bear likes that a lot. I'll have my eggs and toast with a side of whale bacon out there, says P-Money. Would that be Canadian whale bacon? Is Canadian whale bacon different than Tokyo whale bacon? This will be the eternal question for Bear's new food. We're brooming all the comic stuff, and we're just gonna go straight. Bear kids. Is gonna try and do like a what would that be? What was the Dame Drops fella out there? He got so many views off the Dame Drops video. It's like, you should just start doing food compare. Burger King versus McDonald's. It's like you would have your rat meat versus your burnt rat meat out there. It's like can both of them lose? Can we have both of them lose? Maybe a Five Guys, maybe Let's see, what else? What a burger on occasion out there. A number of other good places out there, but yeah, no, we can't. We can't have Bear going into convenience, or not convenience stores, into food places out there, and just scaring all the customers. That just wouldn't be right. And of course, trying to go through the drive-thru, Bear needs to get his license renewed out there, so he can't. He can't quite make it through the drive-thru. He could walk through. Last time Bear walked through the drive-thru, man oh man, had animal control coming out, and that was just a mess, people. Just a mess out here. So, well, I guess we'll just have to go back to the comic book stuff. I guess so. Go team burnt rat meat out there, says Amy. A Burger King fan out there. Yes, indeed. Haven't had Burger King in years. Oh my goodness, Burger King. Ugh, gross people. I don't know what the hell's going on with them. I don't know what's going on with burger. It's like, okay, here's your terrible burger, but we're gonna singe it with fire. You go by, you drive by or whatever, and like right before lunch or something like that, they're just firing up the grill. There's nothing being cooked on the grill. They're just trying to put all the smoke out in the air. You're like, oh, it's so delicious, and you're like, no, it's Burger King, people. What are you got something wrong with the head there? No, don't go to. Do not go to Bear is not approving of Burger King out there. Unless apparently you get onion rings, apparently. So there you are. Thank you, Amy. A fan of the Burger King onion rings out there. Yes, indeed. Oh, and a backup there from Melissa. There we go. All right, enough of this, people. Gotta get right on into it here. Actually, hold on. Let me broom this, because we actually, I did this the last time and screwed it up. So let me do some campaign updates for you good people here. Getting into it, we've got some great stuff out here from Shane Davis with the Inglorious Rex out here, Inglorious Rex II, doing something very interesting. They're doing their own. They're doing their campaign. They have it on Indiegogo, but they've also done it on their own website out here. So here it is from Yanzi out here. She says merch. Pardon me. There we go. Bear just had a hamburger himself. So right there, right in the tummy. With only mustard on there. Only mustard, no ketchup. The ketchup went on the French fries out there. Merch is coming down. Fan art contest update. In the past month, you guys and a Bear really came through for 9 Lives Comics by supporting this campaign on our different platforms, and we really appreciate you guys and a Bear for that. Well, you're welcome. Thanks to you guys, Inglorious Rex II can now be found directly on Google at position number 2. Okay. To boot, there we go. That'll be covered up in the near future. That'll be fact checked, and we'll be lucky to find it on page 5 out there. By the way, put the link up here, Yanzi. Put the link. Of course, it's Inglorious Rex II in Google out there, but just put the link where people can kind of click on it. That would be a helpful thing from Bear out here. Oh, what kind of mustard burger was it? No, it wasn't a bear burger, that's for sure. A rat burger? No way. Burnt rat? No. Salmon? That would be delicious. No, it was just some great hamburger meat out there. Nice little, oh gosh, what was that? Probably about a 1/3 pound. Boy, oh boy, nice. I probably should have got it more on the medium side, a little on the medium, or more on the well side there. That's fine. No, listen. Okay, hamburger time here. I don't know why we're talking about. Bear should have just broomed everything. Hamburger out there. You got your buns. You got just a little bit of some onions on there. Of course, the burger. You got a little bit of a tomato on there. That's the only ketchup related item on there. You got your lettuce, and then to top it all off, you got your mustard there. No ketchup involved. No ketchup. All right. Now that we've had that. That couldn't have been possible without you guys, she says, without you all pushing and promoting the campaign for us. So we are eternally grateful for how you guys came in and backed us. Let's see, she says, the merch order updates, we're planning on taking down all of the merchandise on the campaign in the coming weeks, so we will be able to send them in for manufacturing. That includes the hats, shirts, and lunchboxes. Well, Bear tries to get away from the food and they just keep dragging him back in. The lunchboxes as well. If there is a piece of merch you've been eyeing, now is the time to back it, people. And they have the fan art contest. We'll be closing the fan art contest on the 28th of February. Winners will be announced at a later date. If you have a fan art entry, you should have received communication from her to send a high-res file. If you do not get such a DM from her on Twitter, reach out. Here, by the way, Bear does not have Twitter. Maybe there might be some other people out there that don't have Twitter. Probably should have more than just one way to do that. Maybe have a Twitter and I don't know, what are some of the other ones out there? Like a Gab or something like that. So there you go. Once again, thank you. Or just put it on you've got a web page. Just have it on the web page where there can be kind of a back and forth just right there on the web page there. That would be probably better out there. Once again, thank you for supporting us. Pages are rolling out, and we'll have more updates for you guys soon, and gals, and a bear out here. So there you go. You can check it out on Google. It should hopefully, knock on wood, hopefully come up pretty quickly in position number 2. There you go. Bear would have more to say about that, but there you are. and also, people, there is. Bear cannot believe this. Honestly, Bear is completely flabbergasted. But cash grab ships soon, people. I cannot. There is no way that Bear believes that. Instructions to update the address below. Hello all. Hello, Cecil. Cash grab will be shipped soon. I do not. That is the boldest lie Bear has heard all year long. And he partially listened to the State of the Union, so there you are. As well, get the last order in from the printer. They should start arriving to customers within the next 30 days or less. Because of my delay in getting those books out on time, I need you all to update your shipping info if necessary. And he goes on how to do all that sort of stuff. Once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for your support and patience. Mostly patience out there. With me, that'd be the warmest regards from Cecil out there. Sometimes you might not want to get a warm regard from Cecil, but that's okay. That is quite alright out there. Let's see, Amy says, sorry, Bear, I should have ate something before the show. Yes, indeed. Bear has that problem as well. Sometimes he eats before the show, and it's like, let me just sit back and, stretch out, and let me just lay down and let the tryptophan just kind of fill the veins out there. But no, there's a show to do here for Bear. Let's see, Amy is instructing Bear out here. Medium well is good, especially if you're doing a 3rd-pound burger. Medium would probably come out rare in the medium at that size. Well, bears do eat out of garbage cans, so there is that. They named their project Cash Grab. Yes, indeed, it was a cash grab all along, people. If you if you weren't clued in on that, then there you go. Yeah, he was supposed to do this, 2018? Like 2018, early 2019 with, I believe it was Nurkish. So, Nurkish kind of had some issues there and kind of had to bow out there. And we were wondering for quite a while, Cash Grab kind of turned into Tank Heist for a little bit. Never got Tank Heist for some reason. They were going to do Tank Heist, and then actually he kind of went back and started to do Cash Grab with Donald DeLay. And that should have kind of, cued everybody in there. Delay, Donald DeLay, Cash Grab. There we go. So, anyways, it sounds like they were going to go ahead and put that out. Actually, Bear was not even going to get. He wasn't going to get Cash Grab, obviously, because it was a Cash Grab out there until. I know some people might not want to hear this, so forewarning, spoiler alert out there, but the Doug Tenable out there, he decided to go to Indiegogo and try and get Cash Grab removed from their platform for, reasons out there. And, at that point, it's like, okay, that's not going to fly at all. So, of course, Bear went straight to Indiegogo and Timmy McTimerson went straight to Indiegogo and backed the Cash Grab. Wasn't ever expecting to actually get it, but I don't know. Ships soon. That's that. I'm assuming Cecil is getting on a ship to a non-extradition country pretty soon. That's probably what he meant. Probably what he meant out there. Yes, indeed. All right, let me get back to it. Let me get back to the chat here. And I need to get on to the James Gunn stuff. Oh, joy, old joy. Joy, old joy. Take a nap after you eat. Well, tryptophan kicks right on in for beer. Kicks in for beer, and he's got to go, I gotta. Yes, indeed. Timmy is a great supporter of the arts out here. Yes, indeed. I like how we equate Cash Grab with the arts out here. That's classy. It makes you feel so classy out here. All right, let me grab a drink here. Hold on one second. There we are. All right, we've got kind of a, every once in a while we'll get some of these crazy rumors out here. So let's go ahead and check it out. Bounding into comics out here. Don F. Trent, James Gunn has a DC slate. Rumored to be bait for a potential buyer out here. $10 confirmed. $10 on beer. Hopefully, 10 salmon confirmed. Bear will put up his salmon for DCU. What the heck? Why not? Allegedly has a secret plan in case Apple, Amazon, or Universal? I don't know about that one. Gobble up. I tell you people, I'm trying to get away from the food stuff. We make a joke about it at the front of the show, and they keep just dragging Bear back in. Gobble up. Warner Brothers. Let's see, from John F. Trent out here. The latest rumor coming out of Warner Media claims that much of James Gunn's recently announced plans for the DCU might not even come to fruition, as the whole thing is a gambit in order to better attract a buyer such as Amazon or Apple. Not only that, but Gunn apparently has a secret slate planned in case the company does indeed get bought up. We'll get into this in just a minute. It sounds a little outlandish out here, but we shall see. We shall see. A rumor coming from let's see, is it Walt Disney World Pro? I believe. He normally does stuff on the Walt Disney theme parks and stuff like that. So this is kind of an interesting stretch out here. Who claims to have received information from a Warner Media employee? Sources say out here. He states that the Warner Brothers discovery with both DC and Harry Potter is to soft reboot the franchises in order to make them seem more viable and healthy than apparently they are, I guess. However, rebooting them with projects that are highly interconnected and or episodic in chronological consistency, try saying that 3 times fast, is not desired at this time. I think one of the problems is the whole episodic thing. You can kind of sort of get away with that with the MCU because they were kind of, they would put out a movie, kind of see what was happening with it, make a couple adjustments here or there, and then put out the next movie. It wasn't exactly like, okay, specific thing in this movie relates to the next movie or something like that. They kind of say, oh, okay, people are really responding to the stuff in this movie. Hey, let's put it in this next movie, and people might respond to that as well. So that's basically where they're going with that. The episodic stuff. Man, Bear is getting so tired of serial TV, and now they're trying to do serial movies. Cereal, not cereal like you eat. Cereal like, episodic here. Bear, they keep dragging Bear in. Gobble, gobble, indeed. The reason might surprise, he asserts. That would be the, who is this? WDW Pro out here. Let's see, he asserts Warner Brothers Discovery allegedly expects to be purchased. Now, this is the crazy part. Within the next 3 to 5 years. Bear doubts that. Therefore, it is not in Warner Brothers Discovery's interest to craft huge franchise worlds like this, like seen in MCU, because such a thing would make a potential buyer beholden to this new roadmap/story narrative. Instead, Warner Brothers Discovery allegedly feels the more lucrative option is to rejuvenate the franchise with non-connected properties while still unloading bad inventory. Explain the Flash. Explain the Flash. If the Flash is supposed to connect what was the flaming embers of the Snyderverse to the new, are we gonna call it the Gunverse? Whatever. The DCU. How is not canceling the Flash and instead of talking it up while it being connected? How is that supposed to work with this? Bear doubts this, but let's go ahead and get right on into it. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. This time it's personal. Dun 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 dun. That's right. Not that type of cereal. Not that type of cereal at all. The people who own DC, says Amy, plan on bailing in less than 5 years? ? From the Z-Man's own words out there, he was looking for essentially what they thought with the, Phase 4 with the Marvel folks out there. They were assuming that they had about a 10-year kind of gap there where the DC, now the DCU, folks could be able to come in while Marvel is going down. You would have DCU coming up and kind of capturing some of those same audience people out there and kind of capturing some of that same magic out there. So that was his plan. He had kind of a, probably a 5 to 10 year plan that they were planning on doing with that. I don't think that may be, that might be the reason for some of the rumors here. Probably not viable. Just based on some of the advertisement, it looks like the Ant-Man. I don't know anything about the movie. It looks pretty good. It looks very interesting. I don't know if it's going to do that well. I don't know how much it costs, so I don't know how much it's going to make in return or something like that. But it does look pretty good. They got a couple of the Avengers in the pipeline there, so, it's not random characters that you've never heard of featuring other random characters that you've never heard of, matched together in some strange movie by a Oscar winner movie, director out there that, has no business whatsoever, doing Marvel movies. They might have learned from some of their mistakes out there, and they might try to be doing a little bit better. So I don't know if the Z-Man has as much time that he thought out there. So maybe this is having something to do with that. We'll see. Let's continue. Let's see. Where were we? They allegedly feel the more lucrative option is to rejuvenate the franchises with non-connected properties while still unloading bad inventory. They're still doing the Flash, so go figure. So that when a company like Apple, or Amazon, when they purchase, if they purchase them, potentially gets the benefits of a refreshed franchise, plus the ability to craft their new cinematic universe in whichever way they choose. Well, why would they get rid of Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot? Why not just go ahead and finish off the planned, whatever that they were going to do. And if they had to do The Flash, they were going to do, a couple other movies there. There was talk about a Man of Steel 2 or something like that. Go ahead and just kind of wrap that up. So if you do sell it, you can say, oh, okay, well, the new buyer, they get to, rebrand everything. Instead, they've kind of done this weird, kind of mishmash, new stuff and old stuff and stuff that kind of works but doesn't kind of work, and stuff that, a Guy Ferrari enthusiast, James Gunn out here, wants to do properties that, most normal people out here, most normal movie-going public out here hasn't really heard of. What was one of them? The Creature Commandos and, a Waller TV show. Oh boy. Stuff like that. It's kind of odd out here. So they are selling off DC piece by piece. Well, we might get to that. We might get to that, Amy. Hold on. After analysis on this alleged information from fellow YouTubers Valiant Renegade and former head of television comedy at CBS Television, CBC. I believe that is the Canadian. P-Money out there, is that the Canadian broadcast? I forget. WDW Pro. Yeah, man. Sounds like a new Mac. WDW Pro provided more details. He said, on top of having James Gunn sitting on top of the DC, is seen as a lure for those companies to offer more. I would say go look at his tweets, and that might not be such a lure out there after all. Apple or Amazon or Universal would get a reinvigorated franchise with mostly clean slate and a proven superhero director ready to rock. His last directorial outage didn't do that well. It didn't flop, but it didn't make any money. It did not make much money. Furthermore, a gun might have been brought into the fold with this as the plan all along. Have fun with scrappy passion projects in the short term, and then go crazy with huge movies once Apple or Amazon budget comes spraying cash everywhere. Spraying cash everywhere. There we go. Bear would like that. I would like to be out being hosed down with a bunch of cash. That'd be awesome. He then notes, according to these sources, Warner Brothers Discovery, the later projects in their recent Phase 1 reveal of DC may not even happen, and that may be okay as part of the bigger picture out here. So there you go. There is the... Oh, Authority. Some of you might be aware of the Authority out there. Beer was not knowledgeable enough about that. So yeah, again, some very, very odd stuff. You're saying, hey, we got Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Let's do the Authority. Oh, okay, all right, okay, yay. After more analysis from Chateau and Valiant Renegade, WDW Pro, God, I need to come up with a better name for that, provided more information claiming that Universal might be in play to try and purchase the company as well. I sincerely doubt that. Universal, they might buy a couple IPs or something like that out there. I doubt that they would. I doubt Universal would purchase Warner Brothers Discovery outright. And there probably would be some regulatory stuff in there as well. I mean, with the merger with Fox and Disney out there, there's probably some people out there saying, okay, we need a, time out. Let's we don't need to keep making bigger and bigger stuff out there. Another tidbit of info, while you might think Apple and or Amazon are the only one interested in buying a Warner, Universal is attempting a play. They have a relationship with the Potter people. Is that what they call them? The Potter people. And they want to leverage it in an attempt out there. So there you go. Hey, there's that video game. There you go. Hopefully that's doing pretty well. Beer has never read the books, never saw the movies, never really cared. Harry Potter's Harry Potter, whatever. If that's your thing, that's fine out there, but yeah, there you go. So Beard had no real interest in checking out the video game there, but good to see that it's doing well. Next, he reveals his source informed him that the plan James Gunn revealed for his DCU slate is merely Plan A, and there could be other plans in the work. He says, I'm told that Gunn, the Z-Man, and Safran have a Plan A DC roadmap. Everybody remember that terminology, Plan A, DC. It should be DC Roadmap Plan A, but that's alright, whatever. That only goes into effect if Apple or Amazon buy and approve. Though it could be used in negotiations to show it's primed, it's unaffordable for Warner Brothers with the current situation, but Apple or Amazon could fund it. Amazon has already bought, I believe it's MGM, so they've already got a whole back catalog of stuff, and also James Bond. Universal is the Fast and Furious, so that's their win out there. Apple, I do not see that happening at all. That would be a huge surprise if Bear came in and bought Warner Brothers. It's probably way overvalued, number one, and number two, if they were gonna try and do something like that just to get a whole catalog, they'd probably go and get Sony. They'd probably go and buy Sony, not only for some of the Spider-Man out there, stuff like that that Sony owns, but mainly for the consumer electronics divisions. They'd probably, a lot of that stuff from the iPhone, they have Sony components in there, the camera, there might be some display components in there as well. Anyway, Sony has a number of those things, so if Apple could bring it, in-house, they'd probably do that instead of going through Sony or something like that. But Apple buying Warner Brothers, maybe for the back catalog, just so they can put it on Apple TV. But that'd be the only thing that I would see that they would do. By the way, all of this is the real reason I'm told that Cavill was let go. Huh? They're in a hold until the big guns bring big money to the table. Well, if you've got a big gun, you don't need big money. That's what the big gun's for. At least that's what Beer thinks. Not a gun animal out here. Fight fair, humans. Fight fair. When Chato questioned if they get the money, they'll bring Cavill back in. The pro man further explained that what he believes his source was communicating to him about Plan A says, I don't think so. I think that's too far off. I think what they're saying right now is there's no need for him to sit there waiting. They need to go ahead and rip that Band-Aid off because it's going to be a years-long process. Well, it was a 3 to 5 year long process there, so they've already got started. They've already got a release date for the Superman movie, which hasn't even been written yet. Of course, James Gunn's doing like 12 other projects, so Beer doesn't think that the Superman movie is going to be out. What was that? 2025? I want to say summer 2025 or something like that. So I don't think he has the bandwidth out there. Let's see, but there is a huge, James Gunn, if he can get the budget he's already got planned out, he and Safran and Zess, the Z-Man out there, what this would look like. And it seems to me like the Plan A, hey, if we had the ability to do $300 million budgets or whatever per movie, this is what it would look like. It sounds like that's in place and ready once they begin to have attempts to purchase Warner. No. Gunn and the Safran were brought in by the Z-Man here. Basically, James Gunn, Trauma, a number of low-budget movies out there before he got big with the Guardians of the Galaxy and all that sort of stuff. Safran dealing with, was it The Conjuring? The Conjuring universe out there. Low-budget, medium-budget horror movies out there, so both of their resumes out there would probably assume that they would take kind of a big, probably the best one to kind of probably look at might be the Garbage Man out there, kind of a medium budget sort of horror type film out there that they can do for relatively a small amount of money, and if it doesn't do well, we can write that off, or if it does do really well, hey, all right, we got some profit, and hey, Amazon or Apple, you want to buy it? Hey, look, we're doing really well out there. So, this just doesn't quite add up here. Oh, I am missing the chat here. Hold on, let's see. Which character would Bear buy? I don't know. That's a good question. That would be. Oh, I'm sorry. The popcorn here. The popcorn. Well, I mean, you have kind of your main characters there: Superman, Batman. Bear would say the Joker, kind of in the top three. I know people consider Wonder Woman in there. I would say just kind of movie-going public, normal public out there. Probably your top three would be Batman, Superman, Joker. Oh gosh, here we go. Should Bear get into this? Oh goodness. Basically, what they let me see if I can find it here. Let me see which tab was this. I think it was this one here. Yeah, here we go. So they're gonna do the brave, the bold, and the beautiful. The brave and the bold out here. More sounds like a Robin film. More sounds like a Robin film than a Batman film out there. And then they're trying to do the whole Bat family and everything. Okay, people, I apologize for the hot take out here. The hot take. People, movie-going, normal public out there doesn't really care about Robin other than him being, a sidekick to Batman out there. The whole, Bat Dog and all this other stuff. People just don't. I don't think that's a big thing in most people's eyes. This is kind of crazy. If they're gonna do a Robin film featuring Batman, so anyways, they're trying to do this, and it's kind of like the same pattern that they do with the Batman shows, where they're trying to have a Batman show without Batman. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you do, Gotham and it's like, oh, well, we're going to watch Batman grow up. Well, I don't want to see Batman grow up. I want to see Batman. The only reason that want to see Robin would be like, what was that? The end of the Nolan series where it looked like, oh God, what was his face? From Third Rock from the Sun. Oh God, Gordon Levitt out there. Looked like, sort of Robin was going to take the mantle of Batman and he was going to be, Batman himself. I think that would have been a decent thing. Otherwise, Robin is an assassin who's trying to kill Batman. Pardon me, a little assassin out there. Nah, not so much. Not so much out there. So, anyways, there we are. What character? I don't know. You know what? We'll do this. We'll do this one. It would be really cool to see a Lex Luthor type movie or TV show. Where, like a lot of the superhero stuff is kind of in the background and you see kind of Lex Luthor kind of scheming and, coming up with plans. He might be foiled at the very end or something like that, but kind of coming up with some interesting plans, world domination plans or something like that. That would be kind of an interesting take, I think. That would be kind of fun. I don't know if that's actually a thing out there, but that would be kind of interesting. Let's see. Let's see. Grant, we can read chat. He says, I stopped caring about the main comic companies. Good for you, sir. Maybe there will be a resurgence of good comics when it all becomes open source. Well, that was Bear's point a couple of episodes there. Yeah, go ahead and put it into public domain. He was using Superman, so you had Superman out there. The creators out there created the characters about roughly 100 years ago or so. It's probably enough time. Bear says, hey, 35 years after their death, which would be right about this time. They died in the 90s there. So, yeah, about 35 years after the death, it goes into public domain where people can put their own stink on it, So go ahead, James Gunn, make your own Superman film out there, but let some other people do it as well. It'd be kind of interesting out there. So that's where Beer would come through it. Amazon is throwing away money as fast as it can. Well, they're making a whole lot of money, so there we go. Oops, I lost my place. Lois Lane and Daredevil, says Amy. That'd be interesting. I do like Daredevil. Wait a minute. Daredevil. I thought Daredevil was, isn't Daredevil Marvel? Or am I getting that? I apologize if I'm getting that wrong. Devil Lane, they could do a cool mystery series. There you go. There we go. Let's see, Devil Lane sounds like a good name for a 1950s movie about drag racing. There you go. I like that. I like that. We're gonna go to Devil's Lane for pink slips. We'll be racing for pink slips. If I was just using favorites of Grant's out here, it would be Spider-Man and Batman. I'd have to give more thought to good combos out there. He says, actually, a young high school Bruce Wayne would be cooler combo with a high school era Peter Parker. Probably the only time that they got it right was in the very first Nolan movie where they were kind of showing, Bruce Wayne, Batman's origin. I thought that was a really, really well handled. But it seems like Batman's more kind of an older, past teenage years, not quite middle age there just yet. But, the thing about Batman is kind of, you got this really interesting dichotomy. On the one side you have, your rich playboy by day. Oh, he's having fun doing all the things, with supermodels and all that sort of stuff. And then by night, he's fighting crime in the gritty streets, the back alleys out there, punching out bad guys and all that sort of stuff. It gets away from his character when they're doing, demons and dragons and all this other stuff out there. It's kind of weird. The Justice League stuff. Batman's like, what am I even doing here? I don't even know. That sort of deal. That is a much better and a loner as well. So the whole Bat family, Robin thing, it just doesn't really fit so much with the main, in Bear's opinion out here. So there we go. There we are. Those reckless teenagers, says Amy. Let's see. Spider-Bat, is he millionaire with spider powers or a normal boy with tech gadgets? Good question out there. Lex Luthor is the Kingpin. Oh, there we go. Well, thank you, Amy. I hope it could work. That was just off the top of Bear's head there, so, might want to put a little bit more thought into it than just like, this guy, that sort of deal. But, yeah, there you go. There you are. Let's see, Daredevil is Marvel. Thank you. I was like, I don't want to step on anybody's toes here. He's gonna come out, how dare you, Bear? And Bear's like, for crying out loud. Let's see, Grant was starting to like the Gotham series despite himself. Yeah, I think in the last episode he became Batman. It's like, well, why did you do that? Why'd you do that? And then they had Jada Pinkett Smith in there for some reason. All he had to do was just make fun of her hair. And Will Smith would be like, I'm gonna slap the devil out of you. That ought to be an interesting Oscars this year. Leading credence to this rumor are Gunn's own comments when he announced his DCU slate. He noted, the Saffron and I, along with a group of, quote, very talented writers, have started to map out a 8 to 10 year plan of what DC studios will be in film, television, and gaming out there. The first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. No, just stop. We don't need gods and, just make it grounded and then build it up. Just make us a good film. That's all. We don't need an entire universe, 12 interconnected series and video games, blah, 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 blah. They got all the ringtones and all this other stuff. Just make some good films. And maybe later at some point, if you want to tie them together, go right ahead. But, there you are. Now, this is what I'm about to tell you is the first part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. Thank you, James Gunn. Thank you, sir. However, the idea that DC is trying to create discontinued programs, as the rumor claims, appears to fly in the face of Gunn's announcement, as he's made it crystal clear he's trying to connect movies, TV, animation, and even video games out there. So there you go. There you are. Blah, blah, blah. The Joker, Teen Titans, yada, yada. The Batman. Yeah. Anywho, there is that. They talk about Discovery Plus has its own app, and they have the HBO Max. They were trying to brand it together, but they decided to kind of go their separate ways. That may be why maybe this rumor kind of took off. But yeah, I don't see either Apple or Amazon coming in. That's kind of the thing is, most of this corporate structure, it's just, mergers and acquisitions. That's all they know. They don't know much about anything else there. Just mergers and acquisitions. So, oh yeah, some sugar daddy's gonna come in and save us all. Oh, it's gonna be great. Why is the dog wearing a cape? What's going on with that? Why would a dog wear a cape? That's just weird. And why does she have boots that go, what's with the knees? You wouldn't be able to flex. I mean, they would be pretty rigid, wouldn't they? You would have to have the boots, below the knee, wouldn't you? You'd have to have it, down here somewhere. Of course, then you would have kind of, very short skirt there, so. You'd be looking at, Supergirl takes off, and you're like, hey, wow, looking pretty good there, Supergirl. Hey-yo. What do you make of this rumor? I think it's a bunch of bunk, but Bear's been wrong in the past here. Let's see, where am I here? Hey, if you enjoy it, it must be do some rate. Thank you, Amy. Grant says, sometimes I miss being able to turn off my brain and not worry about agenda and politics. They're gonna just cram it in there anyways. Cram it in there anyways. I've never heard of crypto, the one... Man, oh man, we are going on the B-sides of things here, and Beer's not that familiar with Crypto the Wonder... Crypto the Wonder Dog sounds a lot like like a mixing platform where you'd put your Ether in with your Bitcoin and all this other stuff and blah, blah, blah. It'd be Crypto... That would be a good NFT series. Crypto the Wonder Bear. Crypto the Wonder Bear. Not sure if I would have a cape though. I don't know. It look classy on Bear. A cape. Just have a cape. You're like, why is that Bear wearing a cape? I don't know. Maybe he's a superhero. Oh, okay. Well, we better not shoot. If we shoot him, it might bounce off. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. That would be a good superhero. That'd be a good origin story. They'd go out. The hunters would be going out. They'd sight in the bear. All right, we got you, Bear. Got you good. And they pull the trigger. Bam! Wait. And all of a sudden, it just bounces right off Bear. And then all of a sudden, Bear, rah! You're like, why is that Bear wearing a cape? Rah, 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 rah. There you go. There you are. No, I would say, people, they're just trying to... The main reason that they got rid of... Where is he? The reason that they got rid of... Poor Henry Cavill out here. He just wouldn't do what they wanted him to do out there. Wouldn't do what they want him to do. They wanted to just, emasculate poor Superman out there. Wouldn't follow along with it. Like old Cryin Cena out here. Cryin Cena, New York Post. John Cena supported rocking a short skirt, even shorter than a Supergirl out there, and thigh-high heels. There you go. So there he is, rocking the heels. That's very masculine. What's his face? Peacemaker. There you go. There's your Peacemaker right there, people. In a dress with heels. They look like very supportive heels, though. Very supportive heels. And also, let's not forget your Batman out here. There's your Batman, people. So we got something to look forward to with Superman out here. Yay! All right. Anyways, one of the reasons Bear doesn't kind of believe that rumor here. I think this one. I hate keep going back to bounding into comics here, but there we go. I thought it was kind of a good connection between the two stories here. Spencer and the great Spencer McCooley out here. Rumor. A Disney Plus to license exclusive series to other streaming services in order to help set operational losses out here. That would be actually They're trying to do this the other day, and they're going to cut just a minor $3 billion. We got 5.5 billion dollars. We're going to try and save out there. Man, oh man, somebody probably was going to do some sort of trans business, and they got struck down by lightning there. One would hope there. One would hope. Yeah, they're trying to. By the way, deadline Jill Goldsmith trying to target $5.5 billion in cost savings. They lost just only a minor $1 billion in 3 months on Disney Plus out there. That was better than the previous quarter, which is they lost $1.5 billion. So they're getting better. They're getting better out there. By the way, to put the $3 billion in perspective, that was the amount, I believe. Let me check here. Do they have it in here? No. I believe that was the amount that they paid for Pixar. It was either Pixar or Marvel. I forget which there. $3 billion. $4 billion was for Star Wars. So if you figure the past, year and a quarter, maybe even just a year, they've lost as much money as they spent on Star Wars. Just to put that in perspective there for people out there. Disney in a lurch here. In a lurch. Blockbuster Video will run an ad during the Super Bowl? What, are they trying to close their last store? What the hell's going on there? The hell is going on here, man? Oh, Amy out here, laughing her head off. She says, I thought for sure a crypto news channel like this would know about Crypto the Wonder Dog. Oh, you got beer. You got beer. A bear with a cape would be awesome. I should do that in the next, like a box open or something like that. I should just show up with a cape. Just no mention whatsoever. Just show up, Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods, and turn around and there's a cape. There's a cape on Bear. People are like, why is Bear wearing a cape? Well, there we go. A fashion accessory. It would be a cape and an ascot. There we go. Let's see, Onion Bear? Cocaine Bear's better behaved, but just as awesome cousin. There we go. Oh, I see. Onion Bear, Cocaine Bear's better behaved, but just as awesome cousin out there. There you go. Wouldn't say that he's rocking them. Well, okay, that's fine. A bear went to Indiegogo to get cash grab. He didn't wait to steal it from Timmy. That's going to be an interesting book. I don't know about some of the supplementals out there. I think one of the reasons that the old Tenaple was trying to ban it off of Indiegogo is because they had basically kind of a goof on Doug Tenaple on one of the one of the other books that he had out there. So I don't know. You don't want to go around picking on people, but at the same time, they say, hey, we're gonna completely ban you from Indiegogo. It's like, we don't need your help. Indiegogo's doing just enough good job as it is out there. Let's see. Imagine if Disney bought Warner Brothers. We'd for sure get the DC versus Marvel movie. I don't know. I don't think it would make it through the regulators out there. I don't think it would make it out there. Grab a drink. There we go. Let's see. According to a new rumor, Disney may soon make a desperation play by licensing out some of their Disney Plus exclusives to other content providers in order to help pull in the streaming services operation costs out of the 1.1 to $1.5 billion loss out there. And by the way, there was a rumor out there that Bob Chapek, the former CEO out there was a rumor that he was the one cooking the books for Disney Plus, and that was one of the many reasons that they got rid of him, was because, hey, you're doing some shenanigans out there, so maybe it might be a little bit more than that. You never know. You never know. Boy, that is a weird look right there. This whisper regarding the potential future of the House of Mouse premiere streaming offerings was first raised by noted scooper, that would be the Overlord out here, on February 10th, via a video published on his YouTube channel. That'd be Overlord DVD out there, people. If you haven't checked that out, go check out the old DVD. Following his standard disclaimer, what I'm about to share with you is information provided by me, a long-time source, who claims knowledge of the situation. But since I cannot personally verify this information, I don't have the sort of pulsing music behind me out there. Presenting it as an unverified rumor, I ask you to take, with many grains of salt. I'm sorry, Overlord out there is, kind of a, 40-60 batting average out here. I can't tell you how many times he said that Kathleen Kennedy was on her way out, so take that as you will. The masked supervillain asserts that, per one of his sources, what I've heard happens. It's 100% proof that Disney Plus is a failure. Well, you don't need sources say. Beer can tell you that right away. There is a rumor that Disney is planning to sell content to other publishers. So, Warner Brothers, probably the same thing. I would probably say that Warner Brothers would probably, they might have James Gunn kind of come in with some of these strange, kind of odd projects, put the sort of James Gunn spin on it, and then maybe try to license it out to, like, let's just say Apple or Amazon or something like that. That might work a little bit better than trying to just do a straight sale out there. So probably a little bit more along those lines. Expanding on their claim, the source alleged that the service began eyeing for a potential Disney licensing deal where, well, looky here, Apple, Paramount, Peacock, and an unidentified other random service. Peacock, I think, is NBC. Let's see, Universal. I don't know why they put, is it Peacock now instead of Universal? I forget. Anyways, Universal/Peacock out there. As for the notable absence of Disney's own Hulu service, let's see, it's alleged that Disney more or less owns Hulu at this point, but for some reason Hulu is not even considered. Even by Bear, it's not even considered. Speculation that a supposed recent meeting between the Disney CEO and Apple was held in order to get this idea off the ground. The source then detailed that shows supposedly up for licensing, including The Mandalorian, the Orville. The Orville is on... Season 1. I thought that was a Fox thing. Okay, Orville Season 1. Loki Season 1. WandaVision Season 1. Andor. Oh boy. Oh, they're all lined up for Andor. Boy, like, forget the Mandalorian. We want to get some of that Andor action out there. Bad Batch. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Boy, oh boy. Willow. That's a winner right there. And, quote, a few others. Notably, the Overlord source provided relayed the supposed information just days after the company confirmed their Q1 earnings call. That was Disney Plus still operated at a significant loss, despite reducing its cumulative debt by $400,000. Oh yeah, for the streaming service. But the service was already it was. I think they made $400 million. I think they made $400 million, not $400,000, because that'd be a drop in bucket. Because they were $1.5 billion down, and they were down $1.1 billion. That would be $400 million. Bear knows how to count. But the service had already seen the loss of, holy cow, 2.4 million subscribers out there. They kind of blame it on this India and all that sort of stuff. It's probably hiding a number of stuff. I bet you a lot of that is people just canceling the Disney. Or like, let's just say they watch The Mandalorian, so they'll watch that season of The Mandalorian and then just cancel. A lot of times and then re-up for season 2. A lot of times what they do is they'll still count them. I think the term is paused. They'll count them as a paused viewer, even though there's no money coming in. So there we are. Speaking to Disney Plus current performance, I go towards shareholders during the call. First of all, we were, as a company, in a global arms race. What? For subscribers. Pardon me. 1 second, people. The burger. It's saying hello to beer. And it was the number of subscribers that have become kind of the primary measurement of success, not only here at the company, but among the investment community. And in our zeal to go after subscribers, I think we might have gotten a bit too aggressive in terms of our promotion, and we're going to take a look at that. That is just a bunch of corporate gobbledygook. Gobbledygook out here. This is just nothing but, I mean, for a majority of this is just, just rambling on here. I think we might have gotten a bit too aggressive. Okay, so what's the solution? You notice that they never say, oh, we made a mistake and here's how we're going to fix it. He says, we might have gotten too aggressive in terms of promotion, but we're just going to take a look at that. We're not going to fix it. We're just going to convene a meeting together to discuss and look and ponder and think. Blah, 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 blah. You've got a couple $1 billion to cut there. You're not going to just take a look at, twiddle your thumbs and take a look at stuff. We want the quality on the screen, but we have to look at what that costed us. This man makes how many millions of dollars a year? Bear could replace any of you here in the chat with Bob Iger, and you would have done much better. Let's see. We want quality on the screen. Yeah, no kidding. You're one of the largest entertainment companies in the world. But we have to look at what they cost us. Yeah, you're the CEO. You would figure you would be doing that. He asserted. So we're going to continue to go after subs. So, again, he completely, let's see, he says I might have gotten too aggressive in terms of promotion, but they're going to go after subs. Okay, so you didn't learn your lesson. Or nothing was wrong. There was nothing wrong. We never did anything wrong. Listen, people, it really is. It really is all your fault. Bob Iger is just, an inanimate carbon rod out there. He's just sitting there, at the top of the heap there. He has nothing to do at Disney there. He's just, the CEO. But we're going to be more judicious about how we do that. We're going to look carefully at pricing, so look at it to go up. We're going to reduce costs. No, you're not. You're going to raise pricing and slash what's going on there at Disney, both in content and, of course, infrastructure. But I thought infrastructure was everything. Everything was infrastructure. Let's see. Anyways, unverified rumor, yada, yada, yada. Here you go. Sources say. Sources say out there. That is just scary. I don't know. That's looking. There we go. Slightly better. Slightly better. There we go. Let's see. What does the chat have to say? Onion bear? Onion beer. Uh-oh. Do we have... Hold on, people. Hold on. Here's gotten some of the great animation out here from both Amy and Melissa out here. There was the slippers. Beer's bunny slippers as he's trying to read the comic out there. Little Timmy McTimerson laughing. And then we had from last week, we had some interesting movie night. Let's see. Let me figure out what's going on here. Hold on 1 second. Do the thing with the thing. Oh, okay. Well, let me do that in a separate window here. This looks like it comes from Amy out here. Yes, I want to get out of YouTube. Okay, go to the site with the thing. Let me see if I can, how do I do this? I'll just share the screen. Let me just share the screen. So, 1 second, people. Talk amongst yourselves out here. Talk amongst your shells. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. Oops. Had to do the thing with the thing. There we go. There's that. And this. And hopefully it works. You never know until you give it a shot here. There we are. There we are. We have, and for you good people, a bear with a cape. A bear with a cape out there. Thank you, Amy. There we go. Oh, what a great way to round it out here. What a great way. Yes, indeed. There we go. Bear with a cape. Yes, indeed. I wonder who would be the villain for Super Bear out there. I don't know. Salmon Man? Might be Salmon Man out there. I don't know. There you go. Thank you, Amy. Looks great. and I'm sure Melissa as well. I'm sure she had some input as well out there. Thank you so much. Very cool. So all the series No One Likes are available for other streaming services. That's true. There you go. There you go. Yeah, Loki, and what was... no mention of She-Hulk, though. I guess that is a prized collection. They're going to keep that in the vault out there, right next to Walt Disney's cryogenically frozen head, right there next to it. P Money says, I thought it was just my wife who said everything was your fault. Well, it is. It is. It doesn't animate. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, Amy. That's fine. When you put it in there, I thought you were putting in a link for Melissa. So I was like, oh, another animation. Here we go. No, this is fine. This is completely fine for Bear. I need to put this. I should put this as maybe a. Bear's going to do something with this. He'll have to figure something out there. That might make a good. I don't know, maybe like a background or something. I don't know. We'll leave it up there for everybody to check out here. He does look great. Yes, indeed. Amy did a bear drawing too. Yes, indeed. Did a great job. Park Ranger. Thank you, Grant. Park Ranger out there. Yeah, there you go. Or a hunter. You'd have like a hunter with superpowers. A hunter that doesn't fight with guns. He fights with his bare hands. His bear. He like has bare hands. There we go. Now we're coming up. Now we're brainstorming here. There you go. Salmon Man, he has the power to talk to humans. There you go. He makes people sushi. Could be, I don't know. Park Ranger. Yeah, sure. Let's go with it. Let's go with a Park Ranger. Let's see, what would the Park Ranger superhero be? Or superpower. Let's see, it would be, let's see, I don't know what a Park Ranger, he would clean up the trash really well. There we go. Every time that Bear tries to go get trash out of the garbage can, there's the Park Ranger. Just yoink away. Just takes that garbage away. And Bear's like, grr. There you go. We'll do a little bit more brainstorming on that. Bare Hands, that could be a good super identity name out there. Bare Hands. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, you know what? This is a great way to kind of round out the evening out here. It's great to see everybody that we have here, including Grant. You finally got... Bear's just going to blame Jiminy Cricket out there. He's probably out there just banning people left and right. I haven't seen Marco for Anthony in quite a while. Poor Grant is getting shadow banned somehow. I don't know how. So he's just going to blame it on the old Cricket out there. But great to see Grant, of course, as always, the Lesters out here. P Money, we'll put up with him for sure. Why not? What the heck? What the hey, man? What the hey? And of course, everybody else, all of our Russian bots and lurkers out there. We do appreciate each and every one of you. And actually, you're checking it out for the first time, or if you just don't know, Bear actually has an archive channel for all the great stuff. All the great stuff that he does on the live shows here. If you want to check it out, there we go. There we are. So there we go. Bear is going to hopefully, be lurking outside late tomorrow night. When everybody's kind of, had their alcoholic beverages and enjoying the big game. There's like, I got no dog in this fight. Just watching the Bolts today. That was about it. On the big network, they had it on ABC. Go figure. Go figure with that. So that was Bear's game. So maybe he'll be out. I don't know. I was thinking about maybe doing like a Super Bowl watch along, but not for the Super Bowl, like for the commercials. Like, here's the new. Supposedly there's going to be some new movie commercials coming out. It's like, let me do that. Be like, no, I'll probably be enjoying an alcoholic beverage himself out here. I don't know. I don't think that would make a very good live show out there. So might want to scratch that. But you know what? We do this. We do this every Wednesday and Saturday evening, right here at 8 o'clock for about an hour. Sometimes it's been going a little bit longer, especially with some of the great chats out here from you good people. Yes, indeed. Well, once again, Bear wants to thank everybody out there. You could be doing anything on a lovely Saturday evening, but you're right here with Bear. He does appreciate each and every one of you. Yes, indeed. Well, you know what? All of these bears and capes and talk about Disney and where shoot, I put it away. Buns made of mustard out there. Yes, indeed. We did not forget about that. Did not forget about a mustard intervention here for some of you people. You know what? It's made Bear hungry. So he's going to head out into the woods. So until next time, people. Grrr.